What is going on, everybody? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys an NBA Tuesday edition of my DFS podcast. We have 8 games on the main slate today, and as usual, I will be giving you guys a value play for each position. Give this video a like, subscribe. I'm doing a free Guru credit code in this video. I'll give it to you after the first couple of my plays. And hopefully we can have a nice night. The slate looks pretty good. We have a couple of injuries that we need to wait on. Nothing crazy, though. In that first game, the Celtics have Tatum and Horford questionable. I wouldn't be surprised if they sat at home against the Hawks that don't have Trae Young. They don't really need to play everyone. Jalen Duren is questionable for the Pistons. Quickly is questionable as he tries to come back from that pelvic issue he suffered. We have no Damian Lillard tonight either, so a couple of star point guards are out on this slate. That'll open up some things. We also have Nurkic questionable for the Suns, Andrew Wiggins questionable for the Warriors, and that about sums it up in terms of, important questionable guys. We're going to get right into my plays, though. At point guard, we're going to have to see what ends up happening. I'm going to put in as a value play Keaton Wallace on the Hawks. Again, this game is one of the first games on the slate, so we'll know. I don't know if the Hawks are going to start Dyson Daniels at point guard with no Trae Young. Right now, the projected lineup is Daniels at point guard and Garrison Matthews at shooting guard. We'll have to see. If Keaton Wallace is not starting, I wouldn't be a big fan of him, but if he is, he could easily step in and play 25 minutes. And as we've seen this season, when he steps into an extended role, he can hit value. 29 minutes on November 1st, 20 minutes on November 4th, and he got 27 and 30 fantasy points. At 4K, he needs just 20. This could easily be a blowout. The Hawks are 15-point underdogs. I would think Keaton Wallace is pretty blowout proof where he would play no matter what. But again, I would only feel pretty good about this if he was starting, so we'll have to see on that. Shooting guard, I really like Terry Rozier. He was a popular play last slate. With Jimmy Butler out, his price went down even more to $5,900. Hasn't been playing that well so far this year, but he just looks like a great cash game play. He needs 28 fantasy points to hit value. We all know he has, huge games in his pocket that he can display. When he was on the Celtics, when he was on the Hornets, he had some huge games when he saw extra usage. He should easily play 32 to 35 minutes tonight in what should be a competitive game against the Pistons. The Heat are only 1-point favorites here, so a lot of extra usage going around to guys like Rozier, Tyler Hero, and Bam Adebayo. Obviously with a guy like Jimmy Butler being out, that opens up a lot of things for these other starters. For my Guru credit code, go to my website, fd-guru.com. You can make an account. Just have to confirm an email address. It takes a minute. No credit card required. You get $50 in credits to sign up. This is where you buy all your usual credits. For example, tonight I'll have the NBA main slate on my site. I offer 3 FanDuel lineups, a hybrid, cash, GBP, and then DraftKings I offer 2, a cash and a GBP. So that's where you spend these universal credits. On the shop page, there's a coupon bar here, and today's code is the date, NOV12 NBA 24 for the year. All capital letters, NOV12 NBA 24 for the year. And after you hit apply coupon, you'll see it says coupon successfully applied, and you'll get 15 credits into your FD Guru account. Again, just give this video a like. That's all I ask, and subscribe if you can. Small forward, I think a spend up here of Devin Booker makes a lot of sense. 8,900, he can play shooting guard as well on FanDuel. With Kevin Durant also out for the Suns, we're going to see extended usage for guys like Devin Booker and Bradley Beal. It's no surprise that Booker had a great game last game against the Kings with Durant out. 23 points, 12 assists. He has 12 assists in his last 2 games. He's been the main point guard for this Suns team, and the matchup couldn't be any better in Utah. We see a 5.5-point spread for the Suns, 227 over under. This game should stay pretty competitive. Looks like one of the best DFS game environments on the slate, right behind the Mavericks and Warriors that sees a 235 over-under. I like spending up on Booker. You could also look at Bradley Beal at 6,900. Sub 7K in this spot looks really good. He got 45.5 fantasy points without Durant. Last game played 38 minutes. He could definitely be in play as well on this Suns team without Kevin Durant. Power forward, I think we need to spend up. I'm giving a lot of spend ups in this video. There are value guys out there. I just kind of want to see what happens as we get closer to lock. With no Lillard out there, we'll have to decide what looks good for the Bucks outside of Giannis, because we are going to get a lot of extra usage from these guys with no Lillard. You could look at like an AJ Green at 4K. You could look at a Ryan Rollins at 3,600. Should be stepping up, playing some extra minutes. We'll have to see what ends up happening, but there is value to be had. In terms of spending up, though, Giannis looks like the best play on the slate by far, projected for 62 fantasy points. Needs just 57 to hit value. He had a monstrous game against the Celtics, 43 points, 71 fantasy points. We all know his upside. The matchup couldn't be any better. This Raptors defense has been terrible all year long. And because Lillard is out, it's an 8.5 point spread for the Bucks. If Lillard was playing, we would be worrying about a blowout a lot more in this game. They would probably be like 13 or 14 point favorites. But because the Bucks are so banged up with Lillard and Middleton continuing to miss, this game should stay fairly competitive, and it has a nice high over-under of 225. Love Giannis in this spot. I find it very difficult to get away from him in any format tonight. He looks like my favorite spend-up option over Luka Doncic, over Joel Embiid, who is coming back tonight, and any other guy up in that range. I think you're going to want to have Giannis in your lineups tonight with no Lillard. I also have a sleeper promo I almost forgot to mention. I posted this card in my Discord. This is an example. I ran this today. Sleeper hasn't promoted it, but they emailed me about a week ago. If you use my code FDGURU, all caps, they will match your first deposit, not up to $100 like usual, but up to $1,500. It's a huge promo. They really only triggered it under a couple of affiliate guys like me. So take advantage of that if you want to sign up on Sleeper. This is an example of a card that I like tonight. Giannis, as I just described, no Lillard. He's projected for 34.5 points tonight. I like him over 32.5. And then Paul George, his minutes restriction is gone for the most part. He played over 30 minutes last game. We have Joel Embiid back, which should help him out more than anything, take the pressure off. Obviously, Maxey is still out. Paul George is going to have the ball in his hands a lot tonight. I like him over 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And then for my center play, another spend up here. Again, we're going to have to find some cheap plays as we get on closer to lock, but there's a lot of really good spend ups on tonight's slate. Bam Adebayo, for the same reasons as Terry Rozier. No Jimmy Butler. He's projected for 43 fantasy points. Looks like the best center value play right now at only 7,800. He is not priced for Jimmy Butler to be out. I would say his price should be around 8,500, so we're definitely getting some value here. Had a great game last game, 36 fantasy points, 40 the game before, and then 50s in 3 straight games before that. So Bam is running well. He has a very high floor tonight in this matchup against the Pistons. I like pairing him with Terry Rozier. I think there's a lot of value on this Heat team with Jimmy Butler sidelined. That'll do it for this video, guys. Let's have a huge night across all lineups. Give this video a like. Make sure you put in that Guru credit code. Let's get after it. Until next time, I am the FD Guru. Peace.